Next we'll make is the giraffe. And this giraffe balloon is basically just the neck and the head of the giraffe. It takes two 260s. These are called goldenrod. And it takes a white 5-inch round for the eyes. And then for the nose area we use a 5-inch mocha brown. I'm going to blow these two up, and I'm going to leave a little tail on them. I'll show you the tail of it, but they both need to make sure you work them that they're both the same length blown up. Now what I mean by the same length, I go and put the two nozzles together, and I'll make sure these are about the same length. This one you can just a little bit, so I can just stretch it a little bit. And now they're the same length. And that's what we're looking for, and you can see the tails. Okay, I'll start out by taking the bottoms, pinching off a little bubble on both of them at the same time, giving them a twist, and then taking one of the bubbles and locking it around, giving it a twist around. That locks it in place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these two, build the neck up by twisting them. Pull it until, maybe 3 to 4 inches from the top, and give that a good twist. Okay. I like them to have the same length if I can. And then one shorter than the other. Right. The next I'm going to put on the nose area. That's the 5-inch mocha brown. Blow it up to about 4 inches. About like that. You don't have to knot it here because you can just tie it right into here and that'll keep the air in. And then next I'll put the eyes. Blow it up to about maybe 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches. Again, tie the knot close to the end so you have room to work with the nozzle. Squeeze it in the middle where the nozzle is and give it a good twist. And get the circles about the same size. And then I'm going to tie that up between these here and the mocha brown balloon. What I do is I tie the nozzle around and I bring the nozzle in between the eyes. That way the eyes won't come in twisted. Okay. The next thing I want to do is I want to put the little knobs that the giraffe has on the end of their, I guess they're called antlers on the giraffe. And we do that thing where you twist the balloon so you have enough in your hand here, and then holding the rest of the area there so the air doesn't go in there, I push the air up. Then I release this and let that untwist. Gripping both ends where the air is like this, and then give it a good stretch, about 3 or 4 tugs, and that should stay there. And the same thing on the other side. Give it 3 or 4 tugs. And okay, one more time here. Yay, ta-da. Sometimes it takes 2 times, but you can get it. And there you have the basic shape of the giraffe. Now we just draw the eyes and put the nostrils on, a little crooked mouth, and then if you have time, you can draw little squares along the body. And again, if it's a round eyes for that, if it's a girl giraffe, for a girl you give it eyelashes. If it's for a boy, you give it eyebrows. Okay. And then I draw on the nostrils, like that. And then we do a little crooked mouth, like that. Okay. And a little crooked. Then what I do is when I draw the little squares, I just put one on each, which I call the bend of each balloon. So I just start here. I'm going to do it quickly. You don't have to be perfect at it. Draw a little square like that. And I go down one side and come up the other. And it's important when you draw with the Sharpie, if you can, try not to use the very point, but try to draw a little bit on an angle, because if you use a little directly the point in, a lot of times it'll pop the balloon. So you just be careful with that. Do it a few times and you'll get the hint. Back up the other side. Now, if you have a long line, okay, don't take the time to draw the dots because, you know, as you can see, that's a little time consuming. So you're just going to give it to them, just draw the face and say, here you go. And, you know, they're usually pretty good with that. But if you don't, if you have the time to do it, draw the dots, it gives it a good little extra character. And that is the giraffe.